When I was younger, I used to feel, oh, when I publish my first book, I will be happy. When I meet the right guy, I will be even happier. When I get this gig, I will be ecstatic. When I'm a mom, all my problems will be solved. Of course, that is not true. I have achieved almost everything that I set out to achieve, and that does not guarantee a happily ever after ending. This is not to discourage you from pursuing your dreams or from having goals or anything like that. It is wonderful to have goals, to do things, to accomplish stuff, to feel good about yourself, but there is no magic bullet. Just to give you an example, I'll talk about my books. I've published almost 20 books, all of them with publishers except one that I self-published for a very specific reason. My first book was published when I was 30. And I thought, well, when I get my book published, I will be happy and that will be it. I will have made it. And the book actually did really well. It's a book in Spanish called Me Siento Gorda, I Feel Fat, which is my struggle with an eating disorder that lasted 20 years. The book was translated into different languages. It had a number of editions. It's still selling 25 years later. But of course, being a writer, it wasn't enough. I needed to write the next book. And then with the next book, I thought I would feel satisfied and complete and so on and so forth. And I've had that feeling with almost every book I continued publishing until one day I realized there is no making it. This is it. This is what I do. I write and publish books, but none of them is going to change my life radically. None of them is going to make me happy unless I'm happy already. Each and every one of those books has also given me struggles like, oh, well, you got a great advance, but then the publisher didn't get behind the book, so it didn't sell as well. Or the publisher designed a cover that I completely disliked and I didn't push the book as much. In another case, the publisher spelled my name wrong on the cover when the book was already published, and they fixed it with a sticker. Now that I'm actually writing my next book, I don't see it as when my book is published, this and that will happen. I will feel this and that or the other. It is simply what I do. It will be great. I will like and not like the writing process. I will like and dislike the negotiating process with the editor. And I will like and dislike what happens after the book is published. It is what it is. It's a part of my life. I take it at face value and know that all I can do is appreciate every moment of that process and keep on trucking. In love, I met the love of my life at 45, and yes, it's a wonderful experience to be with a soulmate, a person who treats you like a teammate, who loves you and respects you and gets behind what you do and is reliable, etc., etc. But that in and of itself is not a magic bullet either. I've had health issues that I have to deal with. I'm dealing with loss. My abuelita is not doing very well, and you know, life has struggles no matter whether one of the parts of your life is doing stupendously. I desperately wanted to have kids and thought that my life would be complete and wonderful when I had kids, and I did. I had kids late in life, one of them at 37, almost 38, and the other one at 40, almost 41. I love being a mom. But my kids are teens now. The stresses of raising children are real. I love my kids to death. They love me and we have a wonderful relationship. But of course, parenting is really, really, really hard. I am glad I had kids. I love being a mom. But in and of itself, it didn't make me happy unless I was happy. There's also this concept that when we have enough money, we will be happy. Well, I make well over what they say is the figure that gives you happiness. And in and of itself, that doesn't make me happy either, because there will always be more expenses. If you run a business like I do, there will be cash flow issues. There's needs and wants and things that arise that you didn't budget for, didn't plan for. So again, in and of itself, making enough money, which is very arbitrary, does not make you happy unless you are already happy. We think, well, when I overcome this health hurdle, I will be great. Well, I'm going through a health hurdle right now, and which I speak about, by the way, in a different video, which you can check out, the colonoscopy one. And I have realized that I can be joyful and find happiness even when I am going through a health hurdle. So at almost 55, my message to you is stop chasing that magic bullet. Just live your life today. Think of success in your own terms and realize that there is no one thing that guarantees happiness. Happiness, joy, and satisfaction really is an inside job. When I work on myself physically, mentally, and spiritually, it seems that I have the energy and the mental focus to pursue my dreams, to run my business every day, to write the books I want to write, to raise my children the way I want to raise them, to love my husband the way I want to love him and be loved by him, and enjoy the process of getting to where I want to be each and every day. I talk a little about this in my book Reach, From Single Mom on Welfare to Digital Entrepreneur, which you can find on Amazon as an ebook and also as a paper book. Well, if you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it so much, check out my other videos because maybe you'll like one of those.